Hi, Ellens. My name is Bree, and I am a light worker. I'm trying to accept this about myself, and I'm getting there. So, I work I'm a teacher. I work with students, and that's been what I call my ministry forever. I work with the kids who don't quite fit, and I believe that they, deserve a spot. And so I try really hard to make everyone feel included. That's kind of my thing. But obviously I've been going through some hard things. And I've been posting a lot of quotes on here. And I like quotes because they're short, to the point, and I can kind of put that up without having to worry about what I have to say, because it says it for me. But I've been really directed to use my voice instead, because it's a very calming voice, apparently. Anyway, but what I want to talk to you about is how to get through things, how to process things today. And so my undergrad is in human development and family studies. I've worked through things for, so many years now. And I've always been somebody who can process their emotions and who can allow it to become better by doing that. And that's kind of key, is starting to change your perspective. Where you look at this really hard thing that you're going through, you have to find a way to find the positive out of it. Like, what is the positive? What is it? And that's literally it. Like, in this situation, what lesson did I learn? What can I learn from this situation? And there's always something that you can take from every situation that you're in, even if it's really, really hard to go through. Like, obviously I've been, again, going through all the things, and it creates this paradigm shift. When you do that, you have a completely different mindset about it. And that's the hardest thing to do. And I know it's very, very hard to do, but you can do it. But to process those emotions, a lot of people don't know. They don't know how to do that. And so I'm going to talk about how I do it, so that you guys can kind of start on your journey if you haven't. And I can be helpful, which is what I want to do. So whenever I'm feeling something, you should know your triggers, And if you don't know what triggers you, you need to figure that out, because that's paramount to understanding yourself first. What is it that makes me feel rage or anger? And do I have a lot of emotions that are covered up by anger, or do I have just anger? Am I just angry? And those emotions that are covered up by anger, which happens so much these days, what are they? What can I identify it? And so what I do is I start thinking about that instance that really hurt me, that really set me off. And I try to figure out, where did I feel it? Where did I feel it? And if I feel it in my heart, I know it was heartbreak. And if I feel it in my stomach, I really know that it's got something to do with anxiety and not setting boundaries, or anxiety and not living up to what my expectations were. And that's kind of where I feel that. If it's my whole body, then I know that's something that completely devastated me. If you're just aching all over, that's a devastation. Okay. So you have to start paying attention to those sensations that you're feeling. And based on that, you have to think, okay, so what was it that triggered this? And part of it is understanding what your traumas are. I have a lot of parent wounding. A lot. I have a lot of religious trauma. I have a lot of familial drama. I have a lot of, I went through all kinds of crazy things. And so I can generally pinpoint, okay, that triggered this part because of that memory. And then once you figure that out, which takes a while, I know, but you can do it. You can do it. Once you feel it, you need to figure out what it was, what specifically it was. What was it that happened that made you so upset, that made you feel that feeling, that made you feel small, or that made you feel hopeless or useless or not perfect enough? What was it that made you feel that way? And then I think about what it is that I need to put in place for me not to be in that situation anymore. Now, that's the hardest. Because if you grew up like me, You couldn't have boundaries. There's no such thing. But boundaries are like essential. They're essential to existence, I'm going to say. And so you have to figure out what your boundaries are. Like where would you feel the most comfortable? And you have to honor that. You need to honor that about yourself. If you don't have that or the capacity to do that, which I ran into this last fall, because I was so down, boundaries. And it gets you into situations where you're not comfortable. And so you have to really work on that. Being true to yourself, taking care of yourself, because nobody else is going to do it. And you deserve that. Like, you deserve to be taken care of. And if you're the only one who can do it, then do it, So I want to encourage you, like, think of the boundaries that you need. What are they? Think of the forgiveness that you need to give to somebody. If it's like something that's triggering that parent wound, I have worked through that parent wound by finding some sort of understanding of why that might have happened, and the pity that you have to have, or not really pity, it's more like just feeling sorry that they had to go through that, and that they were doing the best that they could at that time. They just didn't have the knowledge or the will to work through the trauma, or the strength to work through the trauma, which happens a lot. And you have to forgive them, because it's not about them, it's about you. And then, what can I do to not put myself in that position again? What kind of discipline do I need to put in place to not be there again? Those things are so important. You deserve that, because you're a person, and people deserve that. They deserve to feel comfortable where they're at. And that may be the hardest, especially if you're a people pleaser. I'm not anymore. I'm working on it. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that with you guys. So I know this is a really long video. I'm really sorry. But I just wanted to encourage you. You're not alone in this, whatever it is that you're going through. You're not alone. You have other people. There are other people. Even if it's just me, I'm here. You're not alone. And so you have to just realize, like, you're strong, you're capable, you are able to do this. Okay? I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday and you didn't get raptured into the heavens. There's the religious trauma with all the fun humor. So you'll hear that again. But I will be back on here again with my voice so that I can encourage you and help you in any way that I can, in the ways that I feel led to help you. So I hope that you guys have a great Monday, that you take care of yourselves, and that you forgive yourself. Like, it's hard. This is hard. It's hard to go through, but you can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. Okay, y'all take care. Bye.